Well, hello there, and welcome back to New Willow Creek.
And now for something completely different.
If you're anything like me, you've spent more hours than you'd care to admit scrolling endlessly through Tumblr or Pinterest in search of that perfect piece of custom content. You start with a specific item in mind, and somehow, hours later, you've collected 12,000 KB of anything but what you're looking for. Well, friends, there might be a better way. Pixelade recently spotlighted a tool called WCIF.cc, a search engine specifically designed for Sims 4 custom content and mods. If this is your first time hearing about it, you're not alone. Its creator remains anonymous to the public, a true hero. Or are they? Today, I'm putting this search engine to the test. Can it truly change the way we hunt for Sims 4 content? Let's find out. To win me over, it needs to do 4 things. Introduce me to new creators, help me find niche or hard to locate content, save time, be intuitive and user-friendly. I'm intentionally skipping the Sims resource. Ads, trackers, and the occasional malware scare make that website less than ideal. It's a relief that this search engine lets you choose which platforms to include. That's a bonus point right out the gate. I'm actually looking for a few things that I feel like my save file is currently missing. We'll start with, how about real-life mods? And no, I'm not quite sure what type of realism mods would fit into my save. None of the ones in this search are speaking to me. Maybe this isn't the right category. What if we move on to specific pose sets? These results aren't quite right either. I'm beginning to feel like the broader categories aren't going to really help me out today. Maybe we just need a day dedicated to a deep dive of poses. Curly hairstyles. Every time I'm in CAS, I find myself looking for curly hairstyles that just aren't there. These search results seem to be kind of random though. There are cute ones for sure, just not the Mop of Merida from Brave curly girl vibes that I'm searching for. I swear by Miko's 3D lashes. Hers are the only one I have in the game right now, but it would be really nice to have a few more to choose from. However, I'm so picky. If you have recommendations, please let me know because these also aren't really hitting the mark. These broader categories really just aren't it. Oddly enough, I'm lacking potted plants. Really weird, right? And not for lack of searching. It is surprisingly difficult to find CC packs with a heavy emphasis on just houseplants. If you know why that is, I would love to know as well. I was quite hyped to see the new indoor plant feature in Enchanted by Nature. Not so sure it's worth the pack though. Occults aren't really my playstyle. Raise your hand if you're buying it. This is a judgment-free space. CC and pack players are all welcome here. I guess it is a bit of a letdown that the pack didn't come with more landscaping, and the build buy I was most excited for isn't woodsy enough. Like, it's still a tad too pretty for my bog witch fantasy. I'm very on the fence. Personally, and this is just my opinion, it feels like this is a game pack and a stuff pack shoved into one expansion. It's not my favorite because it doesn't really feel like either side is being given the attention to detail it deserves. Does that make sense? I'd be less put off by it if it went like all in on one theme. Okay. I'm off my soapbox. I'm done talking about it now. Okay, of course we have to look for cottage living stuff. Anything that enhances or expands this EP is totally welcome in my save file. However, I don't like downloading just 1 or 2 things from a creator. A general rule of thumb I have is that if I wouldn't download most of that creator's items, I don't get any. This helps my save file look cohesive with multiple styles of CC in one build. Woo, oh my gosh. Somewhere along the way, I totally blacked out and didn't realize we had stopped recording. My fault. While searching, I found the food mods category because of course I did. You thought I wouldn't, you guys. Well, looking at food mods, MLC, I'm so sorry. This creator popped up. Not only do they make custom food, but also some very useful mods like this one that keeps Sims in their chairs, even at restaurants. If this works, I'm going to cry tears of joy. It really is the little things. I don't need a new expansion pack. I just need my Sims to sit down without standing back up immediately while eating or watching TV. At this point, my results were decent, but not groundbreaking, and I was stumped about what to search for. So I asked ChatGPT for a prompt. What's a super niche Sims 4 CC idea missing from New Willow Creek? We got a surprisingly comprehensive and creative response. It suggested generational heirlooms, a kind of family storytelling I'd love to explore. I don't have the life and death pack and will not be paying $40 for funerals, but I like some of these keywords as prompts for our search engine. Southern Gothic and heirloom stood out the most to me. Not much turned up for the first, but heirloom? That brought up some cool surprises, which will stay surprises until we go in-game to test them out. Never underestimate the power of a skin detail. These are little beauty marks by the Kims 4. They're so cute. I absolutely adore how they look and the different swatches with the different variations. We love to see some variations. I think I'm definitely going to be using this, well, all of these swatches pretty often. I like the little 2 dots right underneath the eye the most, I think. So these hairs by Icchi are a little bit more alpha than what I usually go for, but oh my gosh, they are so detailed and so beautiful. And I actually don't mind the little bit of glossiness. I love that each hair cut has different styles that it comes in. So you can have one hairstyle, but the different variations let you wear it for different outfits. I think that's so smart and so cute. All right, let's check out this new cast pose while we're still here. Oh yeah, okay, these are very realistic. I can definitely see me getting a lot of use out of these when I do like my I can't take this off trend. I think these are gonna be super fun, super useful. I absolutely adore how they still show off the sim and the outfit, like nothing gets covered up, and they're not super exaggerated either. How stinking adorable are these items? I have had items by Aira in the past. I think they're so beautiful, so gorgeous, but I wasn't really sure they'd fit the theme of my current save file, but I kept seeing this stuff pop up over and over as I was searching. So I was like, oh my gosh, this just feels kismet, you know? Like, obviously, we have to have these in the game. Those little bear cutting boards, the rice cookers, the Studio Ghibli stuff, I had to have it back. I will find a use for it, okay? Lush textures and warm materials. I am a sucker for rattan. Don't even get me started. The boho pack is charming, oh my gosh. But unless you all can think of a way to use it in the save file, I will probably only keep the plants and contemporary apartment stuff. I don't know that it fits the current theme, but I do really love it. I don't know. Help me out here, everybody. Should we keep the boho rattan stuff? Should we try to find a use for it? Or should we just kind of keep it clean, keep it minimal, keep it modern? Another creator who was already familiar to me, but I did find a few of their older pieces I had overlooked in the past that are so perfect for New Willow Creek. I know exactly what build I'm going to be using these for. And they're just so precious and beautiful. I love all the little intricate details. The pancakes, stunning. Perfect for historical builds, the variety in her table and chair set is wonderful. I really wish EA would let us choose table shapes like we do countertops as their own swatch menu. This is the kind of groundbreaking stuff I want for 2025. But we do need to take a moment to talk about these textures. Do you consider this alpha? I'm not really sure. Do I love it? Yes. Is it a little bit jarring compared to some of the Maxis pieces? Yes. Am I keeping the Vlad statue? Absolutely. The definition of cozy, the chairs and laundry baskets have already found permanent homes in several of my builds. This is the type of CC I am looking for. It fits perfectly alongside all of the other Maxis stuff, but it just reads as homey. You know, like it just looks so normal and beautiful. I cannot wait to build with these items. Now a quick word about the mods. Most were created by Amelshi, who hasn't been very active recently. While some mods are still updated, I could not get mine to work. It's possible this is a user error, but I'll keep experimenting and report back. So, how did WCIF.cc perform? Pros. Yes, not so well-known creators were mixed in, so I discovered a few new ones. Yes, I found some beautifully niche items that rekindled my love of clutter. Yes, it was extremely easy to use. Cons. It resets your filters every time you leave the page. I saw a lot of TSR links pop up because of that reset. Some mods I found were outdated. Did it save me time? I'm honestly not sure. I spent around 2 hours browsing and downloading, which is about on par for me, but it felt like a much more streamlined approach. I'll let you be the judge of whether or not the fruits of our labor were worth the effort. Now, I have no clue what goes into building a website like this, so this may be a very silly request, but I'd love the ability to create a profile, save favorite websites, and maybe even share curated lists of those websites with others. That would make this an indispensable tool. Are you a custom content collector? Will you be trying out this website? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you'd like to see a video where ChatGPT tells me what CC to download, let me know in the comments. I think that'd be kind of fun. Or we could do a video where I download whatever you all tell me to. Next week, we'll be back in New Willow Creek. Until then, thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope your day is as wonderful as you are. Did anybody else know that Sims can eat and play video games on the computer at the same time? I learned this for the first time while recording this video. I've never seen a Sim do this before, but she's multitasking by eating and playing video games at the same time. What the helliante?